Welcome to the Higgins Report. I'm Mike Higgins reporting, and here's my report. This is a general review of the Uniden SDS100 scanner radio. This radio came out in June of 2018. This is January of 2022. So yeah, I know, this isn't exactly a cutting-edge review. But as far as scanners go, this is still the latest, greatest, as far as I know, police scanner you can get. Let's get to it. So pros and cons. First, the pros. I've had many scanners over the years, going back to when they had crystals in them. This has to be one of the best sounding scanners I've ever owned. For such a small package, therefore a small speaker, this thing sounds excellent.
I spoke to both neighbors. I provided 43. I'll be back in service.
Next, ease of use. You can make this as complicated as you want, or as simple as can be. The included Sentinel software that comes with it is pretty easy to figure out. We'll get to that in a moment. You can make it as easy as entering in your zip code and selecting how far of a radius do you want to scan. Pretty cool. Then you can select what services you want. Police, fire, security, whatever. Bam, you're done. You didn't even program anything and you'll be scanning your local police or whatever. This is especially useful if you are traveling outside your normal stomping grounds. Enter in the local zip code and you're good. Now you can also use this with the GPS, and it'll adjust itself automatically to your location. I've never tried that, but you can do it. Back to the included software. You can also use the Sentinel software that comes with the radio to program it. This software takes a little while to get used to, but it is fairly easy to figure out. It gives you access to a regularly updated frequency database. Other scanners I've owned required me to maintain a radioreference.com subscription to access a frequency database. Use of this software is free. Free is good. Back to the radio. Overall, construction seems pretty durable. I haven't dropped it yet, and I don't plan to. It seems rugged. I would say probably the most vulnerable item would be the multi-purpose knob, maybe. It comes with a wideband antenna. I opted for a Remtronics antenna more tuned for the 800 to 900 megahertz bands because that's where I primarily listen. I can say I am fairly impressed with the reception. I also have the base version of this radio, the SDS200, running on an outside disc cone antenna. And I have to say, the SDS100 receives just as well in my area with this rubber duck antenna. All right, enough fawning over this thing. Now the cons. Number one, cost. No doubt about it. This thing is not cheap. I've yet to see the price go down or even see it on sale. It's been $650 forever. Radios generally will get clearanced. The next model comes out and everybody wants the new one. The older models get marked down. Not this one. There hasn't been a new one. This is it, people. Uniden is pretty much the last man standing here. There really isn't a lot of competitors that rival this radio. I have an old GRE digital scanner which basically was morphed into a Whistler scanner. The scanner was a great radio at the time, the PSR 500, but it just does not receive digital simulcast in any very usable way. That is where the SDS100 really shines. If you live in an area that does not use simulcast, you can opt for something cheaper like a Whistler TRX-1 and save yourself a couple $100. The next con is the battery life. It's not good. I would recommend getting the external battery charger, which will include an additional battery. I personally don't charge the battery when it's in the radio. I really don't want an oozing defective battery failing inside my $650 radio. I charge the battery on the external charger and swap in the freshly charged battery when needed. I don't have hard fast numbers for you, but in general, I'll need to charge this thing after about 6 to 8 hours of use. Depends on the band activity, the backlight, whether it was on or off, it varies. My old PSR 500 goes weeks. It's not even in the same league when it comes to battery performance. There's a reason for this, of course. This is a software-defined receiver. So my assumption is that it's the CPU usage internal to the radio soaking up the battery. Get more than one battery if you're going to get this radio. So bottom line, this is, in my opinion, the best police scanner money can buy at this time. Keyword, money. It ain't cheap, folks. Depending on your needs, it's the only portable / handheld scanner that can receive digital simulcast. Unfortunately, Uniden will also charge you extra to unlock the ability to decode DMR. If you are in an area where the local police are also encrypted, then don't waste your money on this radio. It won't decrypt or decode those transmissions. So, what are your thoughts on this radio? Leave it in the comments. This concludes this Higgins Report. I've reported my report. Make sure to check out Higginsreport.com for the latest and current events. The website has nothing to do with this radio, just an added bonus. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. That's it.